Hey guys, what's up? It is Matt.
It's Kyle.
It's been a long time,
Long
but like
time.
that shirt says,
It's back. We're
it's
back.
back tomorrow. Like leadership tomorrow, 11:30 on Thursday. Breakfast, lunch starts in the cafeteria. Check in. Probably gonna be a little wet on Thursday. Heard there's a little rain coming,
Yeah,
but
weather.
ain't no rain on our parade.
Nope.
I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Nope. Bring an umbrella.
Bring an umbrella, bring a
The show-
poncho, bring a jacket, bring
the
a hoodie.
show goes on.
It's like since we had Ryla the last time, a lot of things have happened.
That was a day or two ago.
Right, it's been a
Yeah,
minute.
yeah.
Right, it's been a
hot
lot
minute.
of quite a few days.
Uh-huh.
But I can tell you, over the past 24 hours, I've thought about a lot of great Ryla moments.
Okay. Yeah.
And we've seen proposals at Ryla
Yeah.
go wrong, very wrong. We've seen things happen like people going over the wall, 300, 400 people at a time going over the wall. We have seen just some amazing, amazing stuff. A lot of thumbprints impacted. A lot of fun, too. Seen some great cereal skits, a hat skit. Remember
Yes.
that gum skit?
Yes.
That gum skit probably wouldn't be COVID friendly.
No, we're not. Hashtag.
Right.
This was from a while ago, but hashtag. Remember the hashtag skit?
Yeah,
We did
hashtag.
that was a long
Yeah,
time ago.
hashtag
That was
J.
the beginning. Yeah.
Hashtag Doc J.
Hashtag Dr.
Right,
J.
Dr. J,
Hashtag,
yeah. So we've had a lot of great times. I mean, I look back at 2012 when Tracy and myself were asked by Danny Mitchell to step into this Joker, and when we did, 75 kids a year before we took on camp.
Yeah.
And took on camp and grew this thing and have grown this thing to where you've got a district in Rotary that's just extremely proud of the opportunity that we have to serve children and youth in our community through Ryla, through youth exchange students coming to Ryla. But on the real, the opportunity to get back after it tomorrow, to start staff training tomorrow.
Yeah.
Really exciting. Talked a lot today with Kyle when I picked him up at the airport about why. Not the YMCA, but WHY. And really the why around, we all had an opportunity to say, meh, I'm good, right? So we had an opportunity to potentially bow out, but not for the wrong reasons, but 3 years changes a lot of things.
Absolutely.
I mean, 3
Life
years,
happens. Yeah.
3 years, a new president, pandemic,
Yeah.
we can go on and on and on about all the things that have changed, but change is real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so as we've changed, and as we've grown, why changes for some people,
Yeah.
and for myself, I look at the opportunity, over the past couple weeks, I really look back and look at all those folks that are coming with us tomorrow and all those chaperones that were there in 2012, maybe a camper in 2012, maybe a camper in 2013 that are still engaged, still hooked up.
Yep.
We got a chaperone coming tomorrow or on Thursday that is a former Ryla alum that came through in the past 10 years. That's exciting for me. Somebody that I didn't have a day-to-day touch with necessarily in Rotary, but they're engaged in Rotary. They want to be in Rotary. They want to make a difference in the world, make a difference in people's lives. And I think that's a huge opportunity. So when I look at my why, it's that group of Rotarians, it's that group of chaperones, it's this group of kids that's going to come to camp on Thursday through Sunday. Regardless of the weather, regardless of the place, regardless of the activity, we have an opportunity to make an impact. And for me, that's really, really critical. Really critical because we are the right people at the right place
Absolutely.
to invest and embed change into these young men and young ladies' lives. As we look at their thumbprint, we look at the past and how they're shaped. We give them a mission statement and put them back in their community ready to be agents of change, not just in Rotary, but in life.
Right.
With that. So tell me a little bit more about your why.
Yeah, man. So you asked me that, and I didn't have an answer. But just sitting, as you're talking, I'm sitting here, and I want to say investment, but not investment from me, but the investment that happens throughout camp.
Right.
The investment from you, the investment from me, the investment from kids to kids, from staff to kids, from chaperones to staff, from chaperones to us. The investment all around camp that just essentially shines through, and it's investment from the district. It's investment in believing in what we do, and investment in these children that they're going to go back to their communities and then in turn invest in their communities and their schools. So it's for sure the investment aspect of
I think that investment for me, it's the validation.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. It's in the past 6 months, it's validation. It's hey, I go to district conference and it's hey, what about Ryla? We get to say, hey, it's coming back in March.
Yeah.
Right. It's the conversation and the emails of the people that are saying, hey, We're excited to have it back. We're ready for it to be back.
Yeah.
What do you need from us? And it's that validation that really for me went, yep, we got to go.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
It's an important and critical camp. It's an important and critical time.
Huge.
And it's critical because for some clubs in some spaces in our district, they may have went from sending 10 kids to 2 kids.
Right.
And so these 2 young men or young ladies that we have, it's the opportunity to get them back, show them a great time, show them not have fun. Again, you know me, you can have fun at Six Flags. This ain't Six Flags, but you're going to have fun.
It's a byproduct.
But the reality of it is that we get down to the facts when these 2 or 3 young men and young ladies in a community go back and they can stand alongside Rotarians and tell the Rotarians and tell the kids in the school, tell their Interact Club, tell their high school, like, you got to send people to RILA.
Yeah.
That's where we run. And we know we got the right product. We know we got the right people. Definitely got the right people.
Absolutely.
But, man, I'm going to tell you what. Excited. Really excited. We got DJ Gator. DJ Gator's coming back on Thursday.
Yeah.
Gator's been with us in the past. Our friend DJ Goodground, he was hooked up. So we got DJ Gator coming in on Thursday night. We got DJ Trickshot, one of my boys from Okmulgee, coming in to do Saturday night. Low ropes, that Lego communication. Oh man, I'm so excited to see some folks get tied up with some paracord.
Yes.
Like see some paracord and see some communication happen and see people just, like really find out their identity and find out their purpose as we look at these elements.
Yeah.
And walk away with a mission statement.
Absolutely.
And walk away with purpose. And again, that investment Kyle's talking about, just so exciting to get to know that tomorrow at 2:00, we get to sit down with our leadership team and we get to talk about the future.
Yeah.
We get to talk about the next 96 hours and what investment we as a team get to make not only District 6110, but the Youth Exchange students that are global leaders in in their communities, to give them the opportunity and tools to go back to their country.
Right.
And do so at such a high level. We've actually got a leadership staff member that goes to John Brown that was a youth exchange student, decided to come back to the States and study at John Brown. And so you've got a youth exchange student that's now going to come back and be on our leadership team for RILA. And that's awesome as well. Really, I mean, it's not just happening in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's happening overseas. In the name of Rotary and in the name of RILA District 6110. What is the most exciting thing you're looking forward to? Like activity-wise. Not the investment piece, but what's the man, I am so excited to see this in action again.
Ooh. Man, I think it's a little agree to disagree.
All right, yeah.
And, it really speaks volumes, and it goes hand in hand with the past and how you were shaped, right? It speaks volumes to who you are as a person and what made Matt Hancock,
right?
What made Kyle Sommer, and it really comes to light in that simple but yet unique experience of agree to disagree.
I couldn't agree. I couldn't agree or disagree more. I mean, for me, I had a conversation at the Y this week, and I said, "Here's the deal." I said, I'm most excited about this week because I get the opportunity to be around 115 to 120 high school juniors and other young men and young ladies and have conversation in one place to really understand, did the climate of a pandemic change how people agree and disagree? Because we know that's one of my favorite activities. It's something I brought to camp, back in the day when we brought that to camp. Healthy conflict is good conflict.
Absolutely.
And we know there's going to be healthy conflict.
Yeah.
We also know it gives us an opportunity to talk about a new day. And it gives us the opportunity, that's something that you guys know me, that's something I'm extremely passionate about, and the opportunity to live out every single day, to wake up, be awesome, and go to bed. Huge shout out, as always, to Tiger Town Tees, our friends in Broken Arrow, for hooking us up, knowing that tomorrow we got to make a stop. And pick up some of those awesome RILA T-shirts, because I know a lot of folks in RILA just in 6110 and Rotary District 6110 just can't do without another RILA shirt. So really excited about that. I really, again, the emotion. I'm sure rolling into Tahlequah tomorrow. If you don't know, Kyle and I, we hit up Brahms when we hit Tahlequah.
Yeah.
A pandemic, and they got a renovation apparently. We're going to see a brand new Brahms.
Yeah.
Couldn't be more excited. But to roll into camp and yet probably feel like we never left, when you look at that and kind of how we how we use camp and how we work with Heart of the Hills there at Salvation Army to provide the best experience we can provide for District 6110 and for the youth in our community. For a kid from Fredonia, Kansas, that was a product of what we got going on, to a new Rotarian that just had the first opportunity to touch something outside of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma when I was president there, to really be a part of something bigger than you is what we have the opportunity to do, and truly invest. I think Kyle said that so eloquently. For us to invest and for us to look back and look at the young men and young ladies that have been there as CITs and chiefs and leadership that have got us to where we're at.
Yeah.
Not that we went backwards. We didn't go backwards, but it got us where we're at. We're talking a foundation. Foundation's built on bricks and rock. Foundation's not built on wood. And those bricks and that rock are people that have invested in the program. And if you're watching this and you were part of the program in the past, thank you.
Yep.
If you're watching this and you're just a Rotarian, you know nothing about us, pray for us, think about us. Stay tuned on District 6110's Facebook page on RYLA, because we want to make sure that you see what's going on and that what's going on in the good of the name of Rotary here in our district. On behalf of me, thank you. I get a chance to do something as a volunteer in this organization that I can't do alone. I have the opportunity to have folks like Kyle, folks like Tracy Dean, and multiple others across our leadership team that get to support this opportunity so that we are diverse. And we also provide an opportunity throughout our district that is unique to our district with that. So any parting words as we gotta tie it up, and here we are on Tuesday night. Wake up tomorrow. Kyle's got to get a haircut.
Yeah, I do. No, I do.
I might. I can get away with a day.
He tried to get me to go Matt Hancock style. I said no.
Yeah. So we can get anything parting as we think about we're gonna hit folks up back again tomorrow. But anything imparting as we think about the next 24 hours.
For me, on a personal note, this is as a guy that came in 2012, right, when you took over, and then a guy that even worked at the campground, right, and then not going for years. We would go. I was at that campground 2 to 3 times a year, right, and then all of a sudden we just don't go. So I'm a little, I don't know if anxious is the right word to get there.
Sure.
But tomorrow when we make that road trip, right, we stop at Brahms and then we get through the gate, take a moment and say, man, it's been a minute, but then be ready to go. It's time for the grind. It's time to get camp. Like you said earlier, we didn't miss a beat. We did, but we're ready to go. So I mean, for me, on a personal note, I guess, take a moment. It's surreal. Be happy to be there, but then it's grind time. It's grind time.
He said it. We didn't miss a beat, and the reason we didn't is because everybody that's been through this program since 2012 that's talked about that thumbprint has continued to make a difference every single day.
Absolutely.
Not in the name of Rotary, not in the name of RYLA, but in the name of being an investor.
Yep.
And we challenged you with that. We continue to challenge students with that. So regardless of camp not happening, RYLA was alive.
Absolutely.
RYLA was well. And tomorrow we have an opportunity to invest in a leadership team that was going to go out and do things to change this world and invest in others so that we can put these thumbprints back to work in your community where you have sent children from to be here at camp with us. Thank you again. Couldn't say it anymore. Proud to be a Rotarian, proud to be a part of District 6110.
Absolutely.
Proud to be the co-chair for RYLA, and also proud to have an awesome co-chair like Tracy Dean that can support this process as well. Stay with us and have an awesome evening.
See ya.